Now, here at home with the latest on those very high temperatures across the country today, we can cross over to Galway and it's over to Sharon.
Thanks, Tommy. Well, I can tell you it is a very hot evening here in Galway, but Met Éireann has said that the all-time high temperature record for Ireland has not been broken today. However, in Athenry here in Galway, they recorded the highest temperature nationwide at just under 32 degrees. A status yellow high temperature warning has been extended and will remain in effect now until Saturday. This morning, the National Severe Weather and Flooding Coordination Group met to discuss the dangers associated with extreme high temperatures and the increased risks associated with heavy thunderstorms. The Road Safety Authority is advising road users to take care.
Ireland is basking under intense heat and humidity today. A status yellow high temperature warning is in place until 9 a.m. on Saturday. Met Éireann confirmed that Athenry in County Galway recorded the highest temperature nationwide so far today.
So the all-time temperature records were broken today at 4 Met Éireann stations, with temperatures just below 32 degrees at Athenry in County Galway.
In County Donegal, crowds have been flocking to Rossnowla Beach, a hotspot for surfers and tourists during the fine weather.
I just love the weather. It's beautiful. It's such a peaceful place.
Planning on doing a bit of surfing, a bit of fishing, enjoying the 27-degree heat.
It's amazing to have the good weather and spend so much time outdoors.
As temperatures continue to soar, the National Directorate for Fire and Emergency Management met earlier to highlight two weather-related risks over the next 48 hours, concerning particularly heavy thunderstorms across Connacht and South Munster and the health dangers associated with extreme and high temperatures. The HSE is reminding everyone to be sun smart by regularly applying a high-factor sunscreen and being aware of the symptoms of heat stress.
Keep cool, so that would mean avoiding the sun, so staying indoors if you can, keeping your house as cool as possible, keeping the windows, curtains and blinds closed during the day.
At Port Beach in County Louth, sun seekers have been mindful of the advice, especially for children.
Just sunscreen and keeping that they're not getting burnt and that they're hydrated and stuff like that.
Yeah, just lots of water, lots of sun cream, I suppose. All right.
During the hot weather, pet owners say animals also need extra care and attention.
Keeping these pads nice and cool, best place is for cooling, pads and underneath, and maybe sometimes give them watermelon.
Everyone is advised to be extra careful around water, and you should hydrate regularly throughout the day, even if you don't feel thirsty. Dimitri O'Donnell, RTE News.
Well, the UK has recorded its hottest June day ever, while France has raised the health system to the highest alert system as the country is hit by record temperatures. More than 100 million people in Europe are expected to experience temperatures in excess of 35 degrees Celsius as the heat wave moves to parts of Germany.
The morning after France's hottest night on record. Temperatures stayed above 26 degrees in Paris, offering little respite to some of the capital's most vulnerable residents.
Homeless life. Homeless life is not okay. You got me?
Dr. Wilfred Samet said room temperatures exceeded 30 degrees in his Nantes hospital, as record minimum temperatures were set across France. Prime Minister Sébastien Lecornu raised the health system to its highest mobilisation level, allowing non-urgent procedures to be delayed to help hospitals cope. 2 nuclear reactors were forced to shut, and some tourists have had enough.
They're very uncomfortable. We are actually going to leave a little early because it's too hot.
These British children looked very comfortable with the heat, as schools have been forced to adapt the curriculum slightly.
Everyone's got spare clothes in school because they are guaranteed to get quite wet this week. Children aren't going out at lunchtimes, so we're having an extra long break in the mornings with lots of water play.
London commuters have been struggling with the extreme temperatures on the hottest June day ever recorded, but not everyone is worried about climate change.
I probably should be, but I quite enjoy the sun, so if it sticks around, I'm not terribly concerned. I mean, don't forget we used to have like absolutely freezing winters, and I feel like we don't really get that anymore.
The heat wave is moving east to countries like Germany and Czechia, affecting more than 100 million Europeans. Though in France, at least, temperatures are expected to ease tonight. Fergal Gallagher, RTE News.
Well, we're joined now by our London correspondent, Sean Whelan, and also our environment correspondent, George Lee, who's in Dublin. Sean, to you first. It's been a record-breaking day there in the UK. How does it feel?
Hot. The record was set actually down in Merrifield in Somerset, 36.7 degrees, and that compares to the previous June record of 36.1 degrees, which was set yesterday. To find the previous highest record at 35.9 degrees, you've got to go all the way back to 1976, half a century ago. So yes, it was very hot. Temperatures here in London now have eased back a bit, about 30 degrees. It is, as Fergal was saying in his report there, much hotter in mainland Europe, places like Brussels, Paris, really hot. Frankfurt, as this heat wave moves east. It's supposed to move away from most of the UK tomorrow. Unfortunately, here in London, the temperatures are going to spike up again. We're expecting about 34 degrees here in the UK. The Mayor today unveiled the first ever heat plan for London to look at redesigning things like public housing to make them more resistant to hot temperatures, better, easier to cool them down. The London Ambulance Service also recorded a new record, a very unwelcome one, 642 Category 1 call-outs. That's the most serious type of ambulance call-out for people who are having heart attacks or can't breathe. That's the highest ever recorded on what was only the fifth busiest day ever for the London Ambulance Service. So the heat is really taking its toll on people, on businesses, on transport. People hoping it'll be over soon. It is going to move further east. That temperature record in France yesterday, 44.6 in a place called Piso. Just for comparison, Death Valley in California, the expected high there today is 43 degrees. And I guess the clue is in the name, Death Valley, cooler than Western France.
All right, and George, we hear some people want this current heat wave to come to an end. They've had enough of it. But is this the new norm for our Irish summers, temperatures like this?
I think what seems to be likely the new norm is that not that we will always have this weather, but that it will come more often, because that's what the climate scientists are saying. And when you look, say, last month we had that extremely warm weather at the end of May, even though most of May wasn't warm at all. And it's the same with part of June. The first part of June wasn't exactly that warm, and then suddenly we have this heat dome. What they're talking about is that to an extent a bit of the jet stream is a little bit weaker than it was before, and this somehow is feeding in, according to some climate scientists, to the ability of these heat domes to form in and around Europe. So it was Spain and Portugal last year, it's in around France this year, and then that spreads out. The heat dome and the heat wave this time is probably bigger than we've ever had before, because it's affected much broader region and more places than it did before, with temperatures at this time of the year that we've never seen before. And it does have significant consequences. It's a big challenge for infrastructure. It's a big challenge for people. Our homes aren't particularly set up for this kind of heat. We have homes that'll rock in the heat in the winter, not let it out in the summer. An example would be, say to yesterday, ESB Airgrid have said that they confirmed that there was an emergency electricity unit called in to balance supply and demand. The reason for that was it was so warm that a lot of people had turned on various coolings and so on, but also the supply of electricity from the UK, because electricity there has been used up by fans and by air cooling and so on, that they couldn't get as much electricity through the interconnector, and there was less wind blowing. So that has a big knock-on effect, as an example. So all of this is a big challenge. It isn't that it's going to be here forever, but it's going to be here more often.
Well, more now on those very high temperatures across Ireland and across Europe. I'm joined now by Dr. Gordon Bromley, who's a climate scientist at the University of Galway, and also by Roger Sweeney of Water Safety Ireland. Gordon Bromley, I want to come to you first. Can you explain to us what's behind the current spell of weather that we're seeing?
Well, this is called a blocking high, right? So we're used to high pressures and low pressure systems coming towards Ireland from the west usually, and they just come in a long, never-ending sequence. And it's usually the jet stream that's really dragging that weather along. And so we're used to having a bit of sunshine and nice weather from time to time, and then it moves off. This is a blocking high. That means that this high pressure system has developed over mainland Europe and often tied to a weakness of a jet stream or other global phenomena. But it stays in one place. They're highly stable and they can stick around for days to weeks and sometimes longer. And what makes them so notorious is the fact that this is a big settled period with no clouds. No frontal systems can come in and break up the sunshine or offer some rain or cooling. And so the temperature just climbs and climbs.
At the risk of being a wasp at a picnic, as some might say, the UN climate chief said that this is the fingerprints of climate change all over it. Is he right?
Absolutely, yes. It's this, I think, is the shape of things to come. This is what climate change looks like. It's what climate models and physics have predicted for years, for a few decades now. And the intensity is increasing, the frequency, as we've seen even in Ireland, is increasing. And so we should absolutely expect much more of this in coming years.
Are we prepared for it?
I'm not, no. And I don't think the country isn't, the continent isn't. And it's something we conveniently forget. And these events are thought of often as once in a lifetime heat waves, a bit like Storm Éireann, once in a lifetime storm. It's not. These are projected to continue and to get worse and much more frequent, and it's happening right now.
All right, Roger Sweeney, our instinct is, as humans who get warm, like animals, to get to the water. We can see people here around us getting to the water. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
It certainly makes sense, but there are two reasons that people get into difficulty. They overestimate their ability and they underestimate the risk. So if people are going out boating, paddle boarding, kayaking, many of them are doing it for the first time this week. So take out the paddleboard, take out the boat, but take out the life jacket. It's very important. They save lives every single year, and they're only useful if they're worn. So wear that life jacket when you're out there. Also, if you're swimming, make sure to make every effort to try and get to a life-guarded waterway. Now, it's not practical for everybody to get to a life-guarded waterway, so if you can't, certainly swim in a place that's known locally to be safe. Pay heed to the safety signage that's nearby. Look out for ring buoys so that you can effect a rescue if necessary. And indeed, if you are swimming in areas that are traditionally known to be safe, stay within your depth and swim within your depth. So if you get into difficulty, you can get out safely.
When we look at an area like this, it's beautiful. There's steps, there's ring buoys here. You might think that's it, it's perfect. That's not necessarily the case, is it? You need to look a bit further than that.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely right. As a matter of fact, the vast majority of drownings, accidental drownings in this country, they were not swimmers. They had no intention of being in the water. So they were in an area that they thought was safe. It looked safe. They felt safe, but they fell in, and with tragic consequences. And indeed, even with the day today, just as Gordon talked about with the warm weather, the water is still cold, so the warm air does not mean warm water. So if you fall in unexpectedly, you can suffer what we call cold shock, or indeed hypothermia, and that makes it very difficult to stay afloat and to get out safely. So we ask people to make sure to get on your back if you get into difficulty, back with the head, back with the ears, hands and arms out, hands and legs out like a starfish, and float to safety.
All right, good advice. Roger Sweeney of Water Safety Ireland and Dr. Gordon Bromley, climate scientist. Thank you both for joining us here this evening. Well, the high temperatures this month have been good news for outdoor workers and sun worshippers. Farmers say the heat wave has helped them. It's been a bonus for turf cutting and haymaking.
Blue skies and black sheep. This is the rural heartland of Mulla in East Galway, and farmers have no time for basking in the heat wave. They're out baling hay while the sun shines right across Connacht. And domestic turf cutters are building up a sweat in bogs like this one in Killoran. These two brothers are in their mid-80s and have been cutting and turning and footing turf all week.
I'm cutting turf for the last since I was 14 years of age.
What age are you now?
86 in September.
Laura Canning says the blazing heat is perfect bog weather.
We're down here in the bog today on the height of the heat, I suppose, footing turf, which is something that's done on a yearly basis for decades. Well, especially with my dad and my uncle anyway, it's something that's always, you had to have turf for the fire. I suppose making hay while the sun shines kind of thing.
Well, there's a nice little breeze today, and it didn't seem to be that hot. Like I've seen hotter weather on the bog, like, but it doesn't seem to be that. It's just grand today, I thought. No, even though it is 30, I suppose, all right.
Domestic turf cutters across Galway are working around the clock to make the most of this heatwave. They say drying conditions are perfect ahead of the return of Atlantic rains and possible thunderstorms. Nearby in Loughrea, sun worshippers were basking lakeside. The humidity is one of the most popular inland swimming and recreation spots in the west of Ireland.
These are my two granddaughters that are here with me today. We're having a fantastic time. The weather is unreal. I have never seen the lake so full.
The heat wave has been unprecedented, so we took the day off of school and we came down from Boulogne to enjoy the water.
People are in good form. It's just lovely to be here, lovely to be in the water. Just everybody is happier, aren't they? It's lovely to be outside. We don't get it often, but we need to appreciate it when we have it.
Whether it's bogs or beaches, oceans or lakes, people are doing their own thing and making the very best of the sunshine. Teresa Mannion, RTE News, Loughrea.